Hello. I think I will try doing the next part of this game as a recording to see, just to see any differences in how I talk. I'm very nervous today and I don't have much time because the misery is 10 hours of work that I have to do after this before midnight, and it's my fault because I procrastinated, but it's a lot. It's like, I don't think I can be here much more than an hour. I was gonna stream, but my brother hadn't come home yet, so I was waiting for him to come home, but he never did. I don't know where he is. I'm sure he's okay, but, not here. So also it's so that if there's noise during the day, I can cut it out. Cause this is a weird time. Noises. I don't want to do this anymore. I'm gonna go. Goodbye, recording. Bye. Never mind. Hello again. I decided we will do it. There was this phrase. When I woke up, there was this phrase in my head. Humorless poppycock. I don't know why. I think someone in my dream was saying it. So maybe that's a sign. Maybe Sherlock's beckoning me back. I'm only gonna be here for a little bit though. Also I get to have 2 earbuds in, which I like. if I could come home anytime and it was a stream, I don't have only one and so I can mute before the mic hears. I think I would hear before the mic. I think one difference is probably that I will allow myself to drink water if it's a recording. I always get nervous about the silences when I drink water. It's just silly, but I think I'll be able to be fine with that now. And other things. Oh, the outfit. It's very silly. I like it a lot. Thank you. Asset tool that I will link. I forgot what it's called. So, let's see. I don't know if it's these shoes. I don't know if it would be playing on here, so maybe not such a good idea then. I can't say if it's actually playing, but I think as long as I change the source for the game before I open it, or let me see, it's not a source, it's a window capture pattern. No. Oh, the window. If I change it to properties, any full screen application, it should work. Hopefully. It should be tracking it in game now. But let me go back to check. Let's change it one more time. It should be working. If it's just a completely still screen, I can just load the last one for the next stream, the last save, and I'm not gonna be very long. Let's try only 30 minutes. Yeah, I'm really adamant to start stuff I need to work on. It's sort of the stress has culminated into ambition a little. So, when I was going through last time, I I found out what I was doing wrong. I watched, not watched, I read I looked up how long it would take to beat it a few weeks ago. I think it said something like 8 or 9 hours. So, but in the first stream, I spent so much time not knowing what to do. I think I'm only like 45 minutes in. So, but I know what I was doing wrong. I'll show you. And when I was looking for what I was missing through the rod, I noticed some other things as well that I missed because water. That I missed because I was really sleep deprived. So some of those things, I kind of want the music to play a little. So, play that. I'm menacing. So, one of the things I noticed, let me put this down a little for me. Well, the ladder, what were the controls again? I click, so this ladder, of the visitors, this was said to be a woman's handwriting, and also Sherlock doesn't know these symbols, what they mean. I assumed that, they were known to him, and I had to figure out, how he'd marked it. But I am Sherlock, so... But am I? Where the thing comes in that I was missing. I don't know if this is, to me it wasn't very obvious, but apparently you're allowed to switch between them by clicking on the map, and that's what I was doing wrong, because when I walked over here and clicked on the door, it said I haven't gathered enough evidence to meet with him. I didn't know that I could become him. And if you're not looking closely, you kind of don't see the difference between the icons, especially if you're going over the map quickly. And maybe that would have been obvious to other people, but it wasn't intuitive for me. But I know now. I just happened upon that by accident. Because if you don't end up clicking in this rectangle, you just end up right back here. So it was just a lucky click. Other things I found out were, so I was too tired to even notice it, but right after the shot, you see the daughter in the doorway and the smoke, which it seems like she could be the only one who shot him, and then she put something in her back, but it's too obvious. It doesn't make sense for us to have seen her do it, basically. It's very close to seeing her do it. The smoke is too close to her. That would only make sense if it was a movie, or other media where we're not playing as Sherlock, for the sake of dramatic irony. I believe that's what it's called when the audience knows something that the characters don't. But here we are the character, so it can't be her. I'm more sure than ever it's not her. And I remember one of the guys said that they saw a pretty girl standing in the doorway, but they weren't talking about her, about the daughter, but the person in the doorway, that was the daughter. But maybe it's someone who is dressed exactly like the daughter and looks like the daughter. I don't know if that could be true, because if that was the woman he was referring to, I don't think he would have been able to tell between her and the daughter. They were wearing the same thing. It has to be her. It's just a theory. Maybe it's a doppelganger. And but he said he knew where she was the whole time, that he could account for her the whole time. But there was no one near her that you could see. So maybe it is really a doppelganger. I'm not sure. There was also a bit of dialogue I missed. About... where is it? Here. This is the only sentence of dialogue I missed. But she's the woman with the earring. So, also the earring kind of looks like a moth in the intro screen. She's the woman with the earring. That's kind of important to know since it's the name of the game. And then I couldn't really pay attention during the when he was reading the initial letter, so let's just go through it and skim, because I believe there was a woman we're supposed to watch out for, so maybe it's a doppelganger. Still going with this theory. So, and I'm not just go through it now. One more time for your help. Urgent case, discussion, arrangements to celebrate the birthday. Okay. All of the list invited to perform this honor. So, was this his birthday as well? Celebration. Yeah, it's for her birthday. It says his honor. I don't know. Maybe it's a separate thing from his honor. Maybe this is for something different. They're a good character. Pay attention. Italian diva named Gaia provoked a great acclaim in every European capital. It's interesting. Capital. She has appeared. I want to include her in this gala event. However, we have something reservations about her reputation. She is, as fortune would have it, in London for another engagement. I see. This is the other engagement. Sir Barnsby of the English industry magnate has invited her to perform during the reception to commemorate the return of his daughter. Security reasons and this reception. I wonder if we'll be going to this other event. It's definitely time for it. We've only been in this game for 40 something minutes. Due to political security reasons, I'll be able to fulfill and we've not be able to fill delicate and vital mission. Is this artist deserving of an invitation to perform for our honoree? I've taken the liberty to enclose 2 invitations, as I assumed your colleague would accompany you, The invitations name you as representatives as something at a clock. I can't read this. Baba. At a clock, a cabman will. It's just something to pick you up, take you to the hall. Prospect of attending concert given. Beautiful voice. Sacrifice. Try it. I see. I can't read this. What does this say? Someone. Something at 8 o'clock. They'll pick you up. It's probably not important, but I think Samora. I don't know. That's not important. So we're here to check for her reputation. It doesn't necessarily say that she's someone who would murder someone. It could just be a coincidence, but it must tie in, right? But the doppelganger thing probably isn't true. So, it doesn't say what kind of character. It doesn't say exactly what kind of poor reputation she holds, but I guess that's what. Well, he could have told us, but it'd be more fun to figure it out on our own. So maybe not doppelganger. There are other things. I wrote some things down. I looked into the story of the frog, the frog and the crocodile, and what about that? It's not the same as it's not the same as the village and snake at all, because the one who does the betraying is the more powerful one, is a crocodile. And also happened another story about a crocodile betraying a monkey. So we have very many stories about sneaky crocodiles. I guess because of the smiles. But alligators are probably equally as bad, aren't they? Don't the male alligators eat the children if the mom doesn't protect them? Anyway. Nature has really cursed some beings too. Especially scary or sad. Well, anyway, to Watson. So, I've already spoken with this man. I didn't mean to just immediately start a conversation. when I pressed on it by accident.
Yes, sir?
So I will play them over again.
Who are you? My name is Lamb, Governor. I'm Sir Bromsby's coachman. Tell me, is he really that clever, this Sherlock Holmes?
I won't speak over them because I like hearing the voice signs. I think maybe other people do too. I spoke over the reading of the letter, the first one, and that's why I had to read it. So, I will let them talk, and I speak.
Look sharp, Lamb. Sherlock Holmes and I require your able assistance.
No doubt.
Stand firm at the private entrance and make sure no one enters or leaves until Holmes or myself returns.
My pleasure, Dr. Watson. You tell Mr. Holmes that if anybody even steps on the lawn, they'll have to deal with Lamb. And I can tell you, there are few bold enough to dare my fists.
I would never dare them.
This door is blocked.
That gate is the only way in or out of here, Dr. Watson. I've already secured the other door on orders of Miss Lambert to avoid them nosy reporters. If anyone tries to make a break through the garden, they won't get past me.
I leave you, Lamb.
Right, I'll stand guard.
I don't know the gate. Maybe the map will help us. No, we'll look around to find it. I want to get a good idea of what gate, and I like how the cursor has changed with Watson. It's a good detail. So I suppose the gate to the property is what he means. And is this the secret entrance? Hiding in plain sight, I guess. And I think this is Miss Lambert, who we were looking for.
Miss Lambert, I have been looking for you. What a
That's what I said.
Simply dreadful. can't believe what they're saying about Miss Lavinia.
It's...
Why did you open the gates so hastily?
I was so upset. I know now it was imprudent. I should have waited until the authorities arrived, but some of those gentlemen were so loudly insistent that I yielded.
I'll look around again for these gates, but... I guess there were reporters outside of where the carriages enter. I guess they wouldn't be allowed right on the property, right? That makes sense. Okay.
Have you informed the police?
The village constable attended the reception. He left on his bicycle, I assume to inform the proper authorities. He told me that an inspector from Scotland Yard was already in the area on official business. I know nothing about the nature of his business, but I was told he should arrive soon.
Constable?
What sort of man was your employer?
Guess we're asking all of
He
them.
was a great man. The people of the hall considered him to be very strict, but I think it was just his way of showing a fatherly attitude. And he dreamed of this day when Miss Lavinia would return.
She has the most generous outlook on his character. I wonder if that has anything to do with guilt. Maybe you would want to show that you have... that you think fondly of him, and that you wouldn't kill him. But you would, wouldn't you? Buttons. Many buttons.
You have a list of guests.
Oh, of course.
Can't be
I have a
real.
complete guest list for the reception. It's inside the dining room.
Her
I believe the
handwriting.
police will have need of it. Well, nevertheless, I must first caution them to pay little heed to the notations I've made regarding certain names.
Okay, this answers so much already. Sorry about that, police. It's
You have been
Sherlock's.
very kind, Miss Lambert.
It's
You're
Sherlock's
most
now.
welcome. Oh, what a tragedy.
Sorry, it's more useful in my
It's
hands.
terrible.
Anyway,
What were these
misclicked.
notations made?
Their purpose was to note particular seating arrangements for the meal and the recital, according to specific concerns. Those individuals whom I considered to be very important were marked with a circle.
What about the other odd marks?
Louis
How
Philippe,
do you know,
I
Watson?
mean Monsieur de la Mazardière, suggested this method of arranging the seating. He also
Frenchman.
advised that those guests with poor eyesight and hearing should be seated so that the acoustics and lighting in their room would favour their enjoyment of the recital. So the first category was marked with a point, the second with a cross.
We found the Frenchman's name. Oh, do I have access to Sherlock's? I probably have access to the list. A point and a cross was up for hearing and for seeing. Someone mentioned having poor eyesight, didn't they? One of the men in the room. I think it was the man who insisted being called. Was it General? I'm not sure.
What do you know about this Frenchman?
He is from a noble family, but found himself forced to seek a vocation as a head waiter. He is so inspired and keenly sensitive to the details. At first, I was afraid that Sir Bronsby would take offence with his suggestions, but he had moderated his opinions regarding French culture due to the influence of his friend Horace Fowlett.
What did he do that was so extraordinary?
His assistance was invaluable. He took such concerns with every little detail. The dishes, the tablecloths, everything. He not only declined an offer of lodging here at the hall, he also deferred his wages until the end of the reception. Oh, I would be so glad if he were here now.
Didn't you say that he wasn't very well off? Why would he willingly defer wages? I guess he's a trustworthy guy, right? So he knows where he lives. Maybe there's nothing. Frenchie. Maybe there's nothing to lose between that. Maybe he'd want it all at once.
And where has he gone?
He had pressing business in London. In fact, he found it necessary to visit his Harley Street physician. It seems his glasses were no longer helping with his eyesight.
Okay, let's
You have
look at
been very kind, Miss Lambert.
the annotations.
Oh, what a tragedy.
Yes. So, we do have access to it. On to something. So the point, the X's. So maybe the X's are about the eyesight and hearing, and these points are about authority, like important members. I'll have to look it over again. But she said some of them are filled in. Wear set glasses, so I think this is the name. Because he goes by different things. I'll look through it later. It's not that important right now. Let's go around. Let's go, Watson. Here's the gate. Maybe this is the beautiful woman. Okay.
Are you a relative of the victim?
No. In truth, I always mocked Sir Bromsby. I am upset because my friend did not arrive as promised.
As beautiful as she is cruel, apparently.
Yes. She's honest, though. Very honest.
Do you work here, miss?
Yes, my name is Sue. I am a maid for the hall.
Oh, we saw her at the beginning.
Where were you when these tragic events took place?
I was serving when it happened. I ran straight for the door, just like the others. I swear his daughter must have done it. She's such a strange one.
She seemed normal to me.
Thank you, miss. We may talk with you
Well,
again.
I've only had a few minutes of...
So,
Don't use he spelled like that. We've only had a little bit of time with her. Strangers can be hidden very easily.
Hello. Please excuse me. I'm investigating the murder that has just happened.
Oh, yes. Well, that is good. What would you like to know?
A nervous disposition, I see. Well, why does her strangers mean she would be a murderer? Maybe it's just a case of people making presumptions about what they don't understand. I don't know. The shape is fun to trace. Shut.
Where were you at the moment when Sir Bromsby was killed?
I was near the stage and I saw him falling. Oh, my goodness. It was terrifying. I ran for the door, but despite all my efforts, it was blocked.
But your costume is torn. How did this happen?
When I was trying to open the door, the crowd dragged me away. I then fell to the floor. I fortunately suffered no harm, but when I arose, my beautiful costume was ripped and stained.
So this black door is the one that Dan was talking about in the beginning. What about his buttons? I thought they were military buttons though, so maybe that's not important. Also, the button was in the kitchen. Goodbye,
Well,
mister.
I won't disturb you anymore.
Yes, no, fine. Thanks.
It's okay, you can read. It will only be an execution.
Excuse me, may I speak with you?
Yeah, your servant, sir.
Oh, is he drunk?
Are you one of the domestics employed by the hall?
No, I am the personal servant to old Satterthwaite. He is there, sitting on that bench. He seems right enough, but he refused a small drink for his health. Surely he cannot be well.
I think it would do him good too. Maybe we could give him... Oh no. Never mind. I was trying to think of ways to give him alcohol innocuously, but it's very obvious. You would spit it out, right? Maybe he's a recovering alcoholic.
Tell
I don't
me,
know.
what have you seen?
I heard the shots, then such a strange noise. And the
Strange.
next thing I know, all those money bags are running in a mad rush with their wives or whatever.
What is this strange noise? What's it? You're not gonna ask him? Sherlock deserves better.
Thank you for your help.
My pleasure.
I think the strange noise is a dustbin, so it's fine.
And you, what
For
are
you
you
to
doing
know
here?
that.
I'm waiting for Miss Roundtree, the niece of that banker chap. She is inconsolable, all because her admirer of a mere 3 days' acquaintance had already abandoned her. Nothing unusual about that. There is no worse-tempered female than this girl. Well, maybe other than my wife.
Does everyone?
You heard the shot?
I just left to relieve myself there at the end of the garden, you see. Seems to me I missed a good race for the doors. Worthy of the Royal Derby.
Well, good.
Cheers.
Why does everyone hate their wife? You get along well with the man they met
Well,
in
my
the
good man,
dining
why are
room.
you here?
I am the manservant of Lieutenant Harrington. I accompanied him with the old general of the infantry or whatever. I seem to have drunk too much.
Manservant. Is it true that you really hiccup like that when you drink a lot? Or is it one of those old west tales? Not the word for it. Phrase. Tall tale. I don't know. I'm sure it happens. Oh, actually, this reminds me. When I woke up yesterday to finish some work I had to do, the horses are getting louder. Louder. I had the worst hiccup case I've ever had in years, because a few years ago I realized that if you focus really hard on how the hiccup is forming in your, it's not your stomach, the diaphragm contraction. I guess diaphragm. You won't hiccup anymore, especially if you want to, or if you observe really, really carefully. But if you're inhibited by sleepiness, or I guess by drunkenness, it doesn't go away. So I couldn't focus well enough to make it go away. But once I started to wake up and I had more focus on this strategy, it stopped. And there are other strategies too, like saying you're not a goldfish, which draws attention to the gulping kind of motion that you might have if you're a fish out of water, maybe underwater too, the blub blub, or or if you say that hiccups don't exist and you try to really convince yourself. But all of it is hinged on awareness. So I don't know, for some reason the counter to hiccups is awareness, I think. The first strategy works the best for me though. It's like extreme focus on how it feels. But I guess that's probably tied in to sleepiness, drunkenness. I need to try to memorize what the equivalent to this amount of sleepiness equals this level of drunkenness. Because I think about that a lot, but I never remember the right blood alcohol level. Anyway, you can keep talking, mister.
Did you hear the shot?
What shot? Oh, the shots. Great reception, isn't it?
It is a thespian. He's trying to pretend to be drunk. Wrong button color, though. Smell his breath, Watson. No, you know what we should do? We should rush him and see how quick his reaction time is. We should do something surprising. We have a clock. Let's pull out the clock and see how quickly he responds. But there's no way for us to do that, so fine.
I have to go. Are you all right?
Very good. Bye, madam.
I have questioned everyone here. I'll go see if Holmes has finished on his end.
Okay, and it returns you back. This is a good place to end then. It might have been completely... This game might have been completely frozen, in which case I'll have to redo this, but I thought it was a good experiment to see, how it is recording versus streaming. I don't know. I think that's everything. I think I had a few more notes about things I missed. We can talk about it next stream. Okay. Bye. Bye bye.